We're going to do our own rankings here of the AFC quarterbacks, and let me just go on ahead and tell you, Trevor Lawrence will be ranked just a little bit higher in mine. Let's start things off with the guy who is at the top. I don't think there's any argument there. Pat Mahomes is going to be in tier 1. I mean, he's Patrick Mahomes. He's going to be the top-ranked quarterback. There's a little bit of conversation after him. There's a little bit crowded right behind him. I think Joe Burrow is very good, so he's going to go in tier 2, but he's not quite on Mahomes' level. Same thing with Josh Allen. They're up there in the royalty of the AFC quarterbacks, but not quite on the level of Patrick Mahomes. There's your top 3. Top 2 tiers kind of match Kyle Brandon's. Everything else is going to get a little wonky the rest of the way. I'm going to take Anthony Richardson next, and we're going to put him at 6. I think his athletic ability is going to give him a real chance to be an impact player. Really didn't want Anthony Richardson in the AFC South. Just going to say that. C.J. Stroud, I'm also going to put on that tier 6. And then we're going to take Will Levis, and this isn't any Titans hate or anything, but just going to put him down there in tier 7. Not exactly a huge Will Levis fan, and clearly the NFL wasn't either since he didn't get picked in the first round. So let's just go ahead and say he's the bottom tier there when it comes to those AFC quarterbacks. Another guy, my Bulls fans aren't going to like this one. Mac Jones, we're going to go ahead and put you in tier 6. Mac Jones is definitely not in a comfortable standing when it comes to that Patriots quarterback job. Didn't take a big step forward in that second year. We'll see what he has when it comes to year 3. So now we've got a cluster of some veteran quarterbacks still hanging out here that we have to decide exactly where they're going to slot as we move forward. Kenny Pickett going into year 2. We're going to go ahead, and he was a little up and down. We'll put him in tier 6. We'll put him in tier 6. I haven't seen enough from the young quarterback. He does have some receivers to throw to, so we'll put him there. I am holding off to rank Trevor last, just so you know if you were wondering, by the way. All right, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron is new to the AFC with the Jets. He is still a very good quarterback. Could very well be in contention for one of the top quarterbacks. Got to put him in tier 3. All respect to Aaron Rodgers and what he's going to be bringing there to New York. Jimmy G. He is an interesting one. Jimmy's not kind of the guy that goes up here, but he's also not a guy that goes down here. I'm going to put him in tier 5. He's like that solid veteran quarterback. He's not going to really win you those tough games, but he's also not going to lose very many of them, especially if he can stay healthy. Now, Deshaun Watson is also an interesting one. Not a great season for him last year. So where do we really place him? We haven't seen him play at the level with the Texans in a while. So we'll place him in tier 5. We'll see how things kind of shake out for him. Another guy going to find his way into tier 5. Tua Tagovailoa. Injury is really the thing for him. He has some dynamic pass catchers that are going to make his life a little bit easier, but we got to see Tua stay healthy. We'll take Lamar. Just signed the big old deal. He's going to go up there at tier 3, hanging out with Aaron Rodgers. He's a really good quarterback, and he's being paid like one, and now that he's got some receivers to throw to in Baltimore, we'll see just how high those passing yards can go for him this season. 3 quarterbacks left. Russell Wilson, that's an easy one. He's going down here in tier 5. Let Russ cook didn't work in Denver. He's got Sean Payton calling plays for him now, so we can see if maybe that can help Russell Wilson out at all. But if the Russell Wilson we saw in Denver last year shows up again this season, he's going to move down a tier real quick. All right, last 2 guys. Justin Herbert, I'm going to put him in tier 4. He is a good quarterback, but we've seen exactly what Justin Herbert can kind of do, and he's had a lot of really good people to throw the ball to. No shade at Justin Herbert. Nothing wrong with ending up on tier 4 there, because that's exactly where I'm going to land Trevor Lawrence as well. Right there on tier 4. Again, he's above a whole lot more people than I had below him. Or, you know, Kyle Brandon had him at 6. I'm going to put Trevor at 4. And if you look at the guys that he's behind, tough to make an argument for any of them. I kind of was leaning at moving him up a little bit just ahead of Justin Herbert, because if I was ranking them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I would put Trevor Lawrence ahead of Herbert. I think Trevor Lawrence has not had the weaponry on offense that Justin Herbert has had in the past, and I am really excited to see what he can do with Evan Ingram, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, all those guys on that offense, Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby now, the weapons that they finally have for him to work with. Justin Herbert's been afforded all of those weapons, so I think Trevor Lawrence is definitely a better player than him right now, but it's just tough for him to kind of infiltrate into this upper 3 levels just yet. There's still time, and after this season, hopefully we're talking about him in the ranks of Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, but we'll need to wait and see how the season plays out.